Hey, Scott, Bounty Hunter Bootcamp with a Wednesday vlog. It's coming to you from the command center and our home studio. And since we've picked up the podcasting thing lately, I'm doing this vlog from the podcasting rig. So I figured I'd add music into it. Anyway, this Wednesday vlog's all going to be about staying safe and what you can do to keep yourself, your partner, and your family safe. So let's dive right into this. So COVID-19, it's affecting everybody. It's affecting everybody in the United States. I know it's affecting us, and it's got to be affecting you. You know, majority of the country is shut down, and it sucks. I mean, it sucks. Bail bonds, bail enforcement is feast or famine, and right now we're in a famine state, and it's who survives this famine state. Who's going to be there in a few months when this business picks back up. So hopefully you can survive. You know, there's room for everybody in bail bonds, as I always say. So what are we doing to stay safe? You know, we've got to make sure that we're wearing masks and that we're wearing gloves, and they got to be proper stuff. I mean, you got to be wearing neoprene gloves. You should already have a box of the O'Reilly neoprene gloves that I talk about all the time. They're $22 for the box of 100 gloves. You should already have those. So, you know, you got to stay safe. You got to disinfect your stuff. I was talking with Tommy over at a free field training, and he was giving me his ritual from when he, he's a police officer, and his ritual's insane. You know, you need to make sure that you're disinfecting your gear daily. You need to be washing your hands, which you should have been doing in the first place. You should be wearing PPE. You know, we talk about hepatogonosyphilades. Now you got hepatogonosyphilades and COVID-19. So you need to make sure that you're staying safe. You need, we use our personal vehicles. You know, we're not law enforcement. We ain't cops. And, so you need to disinfect your vehicles to make your vehicles safe for your family. Maybe that right now, if you're luxury enough to have multiple vehicles that you use and working, that you're using one of your vehicles only for transporting, so you're not cross-contaminating your family. If you've got to ride your family in your car, disinfect that car. It's one of the nice things that we have about having leather interior is that it's a little bit easier to clean for us versus having a cloth interior. You know, make sure you're changing your gloves out. Make sure that, your mask is on and that it's on properly. If your defendant's coughing, have an extra mask, put it on his face. If he doesn't like it, tough shit. It's about protecting yourself. It's about protecting your partner. It's about protecting your family and protecting the community of people that you're involved with. You need to take precautions, hand washing, gloves, mask. I mean, it's common sense. But common sense isn't always so common, right? Us bounty hunters are a special breed of people that don't like to take orders or we want to kind of do our own thing. In this, man, you don't want to take those unnecessary risks. You don't want to be a liability, and you don't want to take unnecessary risks. So make sure that you're taking proper precautions. We're lucky enough to have a jail that has a nurse that comes out, pre-screens our defendants, and then takes our defendants back into the jail. And if they have symptoms or what have you, even on misdemeanors, they're taking our misdemeanors at this point. The biggest problem is the court system. The court system is slowed to a crawl. If anything, police departments are being told not to arrest people. So most of the stuff that we're cleaning up, is revoked stuff or stuff that can't be cleared up in a traditional sense. So it's like I said, man, it's feast or famine out there, and it's famine for all of us. We've moved, our classes have been impacted. We've moved our classes online. We have an online class now that you can take the online class so you can start taking and start getting your education. And then when we have a class close to you, you can come right in and step right in and take the practical portion of the class. So, we're trying to, educate. We're trying to spread the word. We're trying to stay positive. We're trying to stay focused. We're using this downtime to create a whole bunch of content for you guys. When I launched this page in 2014, it wasn't going to be about training. It wasn't going to be so much captures, and it's, capture videos were easy for us to post. Training videos weren't as easy. We just completed a whole series on handcuffing over the weekend. We're shooting tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm doing this vlog Tuesday night. It's 8:30 at night, Pacific Standard Time. And tomorrow we're going out. We're going to shoot 6 videos, and all that stuff's going to be available in the membership portion of our page that we're moving to. We've got T-shirts coming, so much stuff coming. We hope everybody stays safe. We hope everybody stays free of this virus, you know, and that you're able to provide for your family. And there's no shame in getting a job. Why this is going on, if you can't work doing what you're doing in bail enforcement, there's no shame in getting a job, a full-time job or a part-time job, doing something else to pay those bills. You know, our insurance, we were lucky enough to do a catastrophe. We were lucky to defer our insurance on our vehicles for 2 months. We still have to pay it, and it's going to be padded in and paid off towards the end of the year, but we were lucky enough to do that. And some of our other bills we were able to defer. We couldn't defer our cell phones. We couldn't defer some of, you know, our electric bill and a lot of these other things, but we were able to defer some stuff, which, you know, offsets the costs and has allowed us to stay up and stay running and keep providing you guys with content and with training. Anyway, I'm way over the 4-minute mark. Make sure that you stay safe, use your PPE, wash your hands. You know, when you get home, have a place in your house, outside of your house, before you get in your house, that you can take everything off that you wore that day when you're out there working, so that you're not cross-contaminating everything from the field into your house. You know, have a change of clothes, you know, pre-think all of this stuff. You know, make sure that you're throwing your mask and throwing your gloves and throwing your PPE in a proper receptacle. Don't leave it out in the street. Don't leave it out in the parking lot. That's just not cool. That's not sanitary, and that's not what I expect of our followers. Anyway, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Check us out on Instagram at Bounty Hunter Bootcamp 1. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody that follows us and checks out our videos and buys our merchandise and comes to our class. We love you guys. It's you guys that allow us to keep going, and if it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what we would do. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and good night. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Wednesday vlog podcast edition. Hey, we have launched our podcast back up. We had started it back in 2017. It's on Podbean. You know, so we're always looking for topics. We're always looking for help. We're looking for people that want to talk and want to chat. So if that's something that you're interested in, reach out to us through Instagram or through Facebook, or, you know, our email, which is encoretactical@gmail.com, and reach out to us. And, you know, we're always looking for help. We're always looking for input. Thank you so much. This week's podcast was with Mike of Carolina's bail enforcement team, one of the top bounty hunters on the East Coast. It's awesome to listen to. Last week's podcast was with Rex of All Freedom. If you watch any of our videos, you know who Rex is. So it's a cool insight into his personality and who he is. Anyway, everybody, take care. Good night.